Sensation and response. Biology, first chapter, very important chapter. Let us take today itself. Then here, important thing, parts of the neuron. You know about the cell, you studied in 8th standard. Brain cell is called neurons or nerve cells. The structure of nerve cell is important. The structure of brain is important. Structure of and function of brain is important. Function of spinal cord is important here, and diseases, symptoms and causes of brain. 3 diseases are there, that is also important in this chapter. Now let us start sensation and responses. What is the response? What is the response? If I bring my finger near your eye, what happens? You are just closing your eyes. That is the response. This is stimulus. Do you know touch me, not plant? Just you touching, body. Touching time, what happens? This closes. That is response. Touching is the stimulus. Or you take tamarind, puli, balam puli, then bite, chew properly. What happens? Saliva comes. This is the response. Okay. Everything is have so many responses to the stimulus in our different part of the body. Smell is also one of the response. Then this is possible by our brain and nervous system. Brain and nervous system. Brain is made up of neurons or nerve cells. Let us study the structure and function of the neurons. Okay. See here. This is a specialized cell. Common cells are like this. Here nucleus, cytoplasm, plasma membrane or cell membrane. Here also, here nucleus is there. This is a cytoplasm. Then nuclear membrane is also there. Then some special structure is there. Here, this is called dendron. Then dendron divided into dendrite. Okay. Dendron divided into dendrite. This dendrite receive the impulses. What is the impulse message? When I just touching the eyes, what happens? Here receptors are there. In nose, some receptors are there for smell. Tongue have receptors for taste. Here touch receptors are there. Hot receptors are there. Then cold receptors are there. When touching to ear, this impulse passing to brain through the nerve or neuron. This is receive the message and dendrite. Okay, this is a dendrite. Receive the message and pass to the dendron. Dendron. This is the cyton or cell body. Then it is passed to the cell body or cyton. From the cell body, it passed to the axon. Axon is the elongated structure. Okay, axon. Axon divided into axonite. Okay, this is called axonite. Axon divided into axonite, dendron divided into dendrite. Then here pre-synaptic knob, it is called end feet or a synaptic knob. Synaptic knob. This is the synaptic knob. Now, what happens? What is the function? Then here also, this is here axon is covered with the one sheath, fat sheath. This is give protection to the axon. It is elongated. This myelin sheath act as a shock absorber, and also this give the. It is made up of squamous shell. Okay, this myelin sheath made up of squamous shell. Then this give the protection to the axon. This give nourishment and oxygen to the nerve cell, and also messages increases, speed of the message is increases, or impulse speed is increases. This is the function of the myelin sheath. Sometimes asking, okay, what is the function of the myelin sheath? One is this give the protection, this give the increase the speed of the impulses, and it act as a shock absorber. Then one more thing, oligodendrocyte, it is constructed by myelin sheath. Okay. Then this is the very important structure. Frequently, every year asking question. Write structure and function of the neuron. Study properly. Each part is important. Their function is also important. Now let us study how this passes. How this impulses passes. This is, see here. Suppose here this receptor, skin is the receptor now. Just I am touching the ice cream. On that time it is become cold. On that time this receive the impulse and pass through here. Cell body, axon, axonate. This one small picture I will give. Here it is positively charged. Okay. Outside is positively charged. Inside negatively charged. Inside negatively charged. Okay. This is negatively charged. When impulse reaching here, message is reaching here, when it is reaching to here, this positive come inside. Positive comes inside and negative goes outside, like this. See, negative, like this. Okay. When it is reaching to here, impulse is going very fast. Okay. On that time, here become correct. Here positive, here inside negative. Here become change. Here inside positive, outside negative, like this. Like this, it reaches up to the brain. Understand? Now, how it is, you may have doubt. This is the one cell neuron. Is it enough to reach from the, suppose I just touching my finger or leg to iron box. Okay. My son is putting iron, or somebody is putting iron. I am sleeping nearby. On that time, just touch it. What will happen? Paining. How to pain? When this touch sensation reaching to brain, on that time I am understanding the pain. Understand? Anything. Just one iron nail pierce into your leg. How to know the pain? When this pain message or impulse reaching to brain, on that time brain is understanding the pain. Understand? Now, is it this long is enough? This much long is there from leg to brain? No. So many. This one. What is this? Nerve cells. Neurons are working for reaching impulse from leg to brain or hand to brain. When impulse is receiving here, dendrite, from dendrite it reaches to dendron, next cell body, next it reaches to axon, then axonite. From axonite here end feet is there, or synaptic node is there. Okay, reaching here. After that, here one more. What? One more neuron is there. This place is called, this in between two neuron, this place is called synaptic cleft. Okay, synaptic cleft. When from here end feet or synaptic knob secrete one particular enzyme that is called neurotransmitter. Neurotransmitter. Suppose you are reaching here. It is the here have one river. How to go? By using small boat like that. This one secrete a neurotransmitter. There is two neurotransmitters are there in our body. One is dopamine and the one is acetylcholine. Through this acetylcholine or dopamine reaching here, this one sends the message from here presynaptic synaptic node to dendrite. Okay, there is no direct connection. This is called synapses. This process is called synapses. Synapse is sometimes between two nerve cells. Here it is between two nerve cells. Sometimes nerve cells and in between the muscle cell. In sometimes gland cells. Nerve cell and gland cell also this synapse is possible. Understand? Then there are two type of nerves are there. One is sensory nerve or neuron. Another one is motor neurons. Sensory neurons. If I am touching the iron box, it is hot. Here iron box is there. I am touching, okay, it is hot. On that time, receive the message and it is passed to the brain through the sensory neurons. Sensory neurons. On that time, brain understanding the pain and saying with me, withdraw. On that time, I am withdrawing the hand. On that time, this message coming from brain to receptor. This is called motor nerves. Then now you understand now what is the sensory nerves. Sensory nerve carry the message from sense organs. From eye, when I am looking to you, your figure is coming to my eyes and it reaches to brain. That is through the sensory neurons. Then if I am taking any action, writing, on that time my brain is sending message to brain, sending the impulse to my hand to write or lift, that is to the motor nerve. Motor nerves send the message from brain to sense organs. Sensory nerves send the message from sense organ to brain. Understand? Now, nerve and neuron is different. Neuron is a single. A bundle of neurons or bundle of axons are called nerve fibers are called nerves. Nerve in Malayalam. Nerve means a bundle of axon or a nerve fiber. That is, this is white in color, okay, mostly because this myelin sheath is white. Then nerves are of three types. One is sensory nerves. These nerves are send the message from sense organ to brain. Another one is motor nerves. These are send the message from brain to other part of the body. Then third one is sensory. Second one is motor. It is pass the impulse from brain to other parts. Third one is mixed. Both are there. It is pass the message or impulse from the brain and to the brain. From the brain to other part of the body and other part of the body to brain. These are the three type of nerves. Let us see nervous system. Nervous system are mainly two types. Okay. Nervous systems are of two types. One is central nervous system. Another one is peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system means this brain and spinal cord. Brain and spinal cord. Then peripheral nervous system are 12 pairs of cranial nerves. Nerves are coming from brain is called cranial nerve. 12 pairs are there. Here spinal nerves. Nerves are coming from spinal cord is called spinal nerves. These are 31 pair. This one 12 pairs. Okay. Pair means pair. Jodi. Okay. These are the peripheral and central nervous system. One more nervous system is there, sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, that is called autonomous nervous system. Let us see in detail central nervous system. Central nervous system. Central nervous system contains brain. Okay, instead of drawing I will show brain. Okay, this is the brain. This is the brain. Can you see? Brains are here gray matter, made up of a gray matter, inside white matter. It is made up of white matter. Here gray matter outside, inside white matter. Then some foldings are there. Can you see the folding? These foldings are increasing the surface area to fill the memory. Memory is to increase. A lot of memory is there in our mind. Okay, in our brain. To increase the space, here some foldings are there. Understand? Then these have two parts also. In its left part, right part. It is called right hemisphere and left hemisphere. Then it is a grey color matter. It is made up of grey color matter. Inside is white color. This is have a foldings. Then this brain is protected. Otherwise it is very delicate. Okay, soft. Just touching like this, our brain, it will damage. If a brain damage, mostly we will die. That's why it is protected with a bony structure, skull, like a helmet. Okay, in our brain is protected with the bony structure is called skull. This inside the skull there is 3 layers are there. Meninges, 3 layers here. 1, 2, 3 layers. 3 layers. This is also protected. After that only brain, this one skull. Do you know helmet inside some thermocol like structure is there, like that. Here 3 layers are there. In between the layers filled with the cerebrospinal fluid. Cerebrospinal fluid. Okay. This give shock absorber like acting, and also it is this meninges and cerebrospinal give protection to brain, and it is also give the nutrition and oxygen supply to the brain. This is the function of the meninges. Now what is the function of the brain? This is have different parts. Okay, this is called cerebrum. This, can you see gray matter told? No, this is the cerebrum, biggest part of the brain. It is here given the properly function. Okay, what is the function? Is then here also outside gray matter is called cortex, inside called medulla. Then the function is it is memory, thinking, imagination. Then everything is here only. Okay, sight for the center of the sight, hearing, then smell, everything is also here only. Then also here properly given. This one to study properly, very very important parts. Then control the voluntary movement. If I want to go here, this is control my brain, cerebrum. Okay, voluntary. Then evoke sensation, center of thought, intelligence, memory and imagination. Then next behind backside, it is called the second largest portion is the cerebellum. This cerebellum is helping to maintain the balance of our body. Next thalamus is there, inside thalamus. It is behind, it is below the brain. Here inside maybe have thalamus. Okay, can see here. This is the thalamus. Then this is hypothalamus, down below the thalamus, hypothalamus. What is the function? Thalamus act as a relay station. Relay station means you shouting or talking, everything I can hear now. This thalamus act as a relay station or watchman. Okay, not allow everybody. If I am sleeping, watchman say, don't go, sir is sleeping there. In the same way, thalamus not sending any message to our brain. That's why when we are sleeping, somebody talking nearby, loudly talking, then you can nearby you on TV watching somebody, anything you can't hear because thalamus not able to send the message to cerebrum. That's why you are not understanding. Understand? It is act as a thalamus act as a relay station. Below this hypothalamus. Hypothalamus act as a hemostasis. It is keeping the balance of our water, then salt, everything. Then one pillar like structure is there. This is called the medulla oblongata. Very important, sensitive. This one controls the involuntary action. Involuntary means if we want to wish or not wish, this is working involuntary, not under our control. Okay, breathing. If you are sleeping, then also you are breathing. Heartbeat. When you are sleeping, then also you are going to heartbeat is continuous. This all controlled by this hypothalamus. That's why somebody beating to here, it is very dangerous. Here hypothalamus position is there. If beating to anybody here, it will stop the function. As a result, that person will die. That's why when playing time or any other time, please be cautious. Okay.